everybody, and welcome back to another video of me renovating this Sylvanian family doll's house. So this week we are going to be working on the beams, and these are my inspiration photos. The house already had some beams, but they're not very realistic, so I have decided to make them into those photos essentially and make them really realistic, use wood. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. I unfortunately lost a lot of footage from different shots, angles and things, which is a bit annoying, so I'm going to use it as an opportunity now whilst you're watching me just painting the walls white to plug my TikTok account, which I post short form videos on there. So if you're into that a little bit more than these in-depth videos, go over there and give me a follow. And yeah, I update there pretty regularly with a short form video every time I finish a episode. So yeah, the first stage of this was to just paint all the walls, or this slanted wall, white. Yeah, so I just took a couple of coats. And anyway, so yeah, this is the popsicle sticks. I'm using those again to create that raised wooden effect, and I just measured and cut all those with the slants and everything to size, which was a little bit tricky, but we got there in the end. And I'm going to be using the same varnish I used on the flooring, which is a walnut colour. Here's a silly video of me sanding down all these tiny little blanks so the varnish will go into them a little bit better. So yeah, here's some more sanding. This isn't a very interesting video, but yeah. So yeah, just sand them all down and give them a bit of a rougher finish. You could make them a little bit more uneven if you wanted to. And I'm just using this varnish, which is blue, but it turns out to be brown, to stain them all. Took quite a while, like maybe 3 or 4, maybe even 5 coats, but it dries pretty quickly on these. And then once that's done, I just stuck them onto the roof with hot glue. And after I'd painted the walls white, I had gone in again with some all-purpose filler with just a brush, and I went over the texture of the walls to give it like an old plastered effect. This is the filler that I am talking about. And yeah, I just went over the walls with this to kind of give it that limey old style wall effect. I don't know what it's called, but it's like rough textured anyways. So that came out really nice. So yeah, this is the finished effect, up close and personal in my roof beams. So yeah, this is how it turned out. I'm really happy with it. It's quite hard to show on camera, especially on a phone camera, because I can't really get my DSLR camera right up close. So phone camera and portrait mode is where it's at with this project, unfortunately. But yeah, this is how it turned out. The colour doesn't translate that well. It looks very black on camera, but it is more of a walnutty brown. And if you look closely, you can see that texture on the wall from the all-purpose filler that I brushed on there, which really gives it a more older look instead of that sheen that you get from acrylic paint. So I would recommend doing that if you do want an old style finish on your walls in your doll house. So the next video I will be doing will be focusing on these little yellow triangles that you can see. This is where I will be putting my accent wallpaper. I decided to choose wallpaper from William Morris, and I have a TikTok video talking about the different choices that I wanted to pick, and so you can see all of those and chime in if you have an idea. So yeah, that will be the next video. Yeah, I also added a big beam up the top as well. You can probably see that where they all join up to. So yeah, if you want to create realistic looking beams, popsicle sticks and varnish is really good. So I recommend that. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.